About the time I helped a man bust out the nursing home by mistake, but I felt justified for it because I'm like, man, this man had to get home. Y'all, hear me out, and I'll tell you why. So I got this job at this nursing home during the pandemic. Horrible ass fucking nursing home. Um, Ghetto ass people. But you know, I don't want to say horrible because I've seen way worse. I've seen way worse. But anytime you want to give residents a drug to make, what's wrong with, that's a story time for another time. If you want me to talk about it, just put in the comments. I was a receptionist sitting up front, and this was like, so this is how ghetto the job was. They didn't even train me. I went through the orientation, learning about nursing home shit or whatever. They didn't even train me. They just told me what to do, and I did it. But at the same time, I felt like, okay, with what I'm getting paid, I already know I should be getting paid way more anyways. None of y'all motherfuckers like, bitch, none of y'all trained me. So literally, I'm gonna do what that job is worth at that pay, which is be a fucking front desk receptionist. It's already during COVID. I'm already screening people and shit, and I'm probably more at risk than anybody else letting people in and out. I gotta monitor the door, so I gotta continuously get up and down. So I felt like that was it right there. Motherfucking shit. And that shit was cold. Had me sitting by a window that was cold as shit, knowing that I'm damn skinny. The thing that would make me mad is they would just stand around talking about people and talking about what they wanted for lunch and shit like that. But then I'm sitting there doing their paperwork and they talk about how busy they are. But I'm like, bitch, you could be doing this. I'm sitting here doing this paperwork and running up, jumping, screening people and stuff. We was having to do it before, okay? That's what you was having to do before. What if you have to do it again? Shit. One of the patients was in physical therapy there. The therapist was wheeling him up to the front or whatever. And the way he was wheeling him up to the front, I'm thinking he's going to take him out. And he's like, I'm going to leave him here. He's waiting for someone. I'm like, okay, I'll just let him sit there or whatever, and I'll just keep him company. He's sitting there the whole time telling me about his wife, y'all. He like, the third was about to come up, right? It was like the first. And the third was about to come up. He was like, damn, she can get my damn check on the third and she gonna take and cash that shit and go shopping with it. The game is coming on. I need my cable. Apparently I didn't heard through my friend that she didn't let the cable get cut off. I'm like listening. I'm like, oh my goodness, sir. Well, just think positive, trying to be positive or whatever. He like, let me use your phone. I'm gonna call my friend, see where he at. Because he said he was waiting on him. Now, mind you, this man had this big ass clear bag. I should do a skit about this. This man had this big ass clear bag full of all his stuff while he was there. And I'm like, he's leaving. He was leaving. They was just so fucked. Now that I think about it, I didn't bust that man out. He had all his stuff with him. He was wheeled him up to the front and left him with me. Like he was mine now. He left him there. Like he didn't come back for a whole hour later. And he's like, let me use your phone. I'm call my friend or whatever, see where he at. He got on the phone. His friend didn't answer the first time, so he called somebody else. They didn't answer. Then he goes back and sits. And then after some more talking shit about his wife and stuff, and then his kids, like I'm just listening, being a listening ear, doing my work or whatever. He's like, let me try again. Let me try my friend again. By that time, the second person that he called with the family member, I think it was his brother. His brother. He called the wife and said, such and such is getting out. Ready for you to come. He said he ready for me to come. He asked me to come pick him up. And the wife was like, hell no, he ain't supposed to. He gonna stay his ass right there. This is when things got a little bit hectic. I didn't know any of that yet. He got back on the phone. He called the brother again. The brother, his own brother, played him. That's what made me kind of almost wonder, is his wife and the brother messing around behind his back or something? Because it seemed like neither one wanted him to get out. Because if it was my sister calling me to come get her, I'm coming to get her. But the brother instead called the wife. Like he knew. He called the brother first. The brother was like, "Nah, your wife said I can't come or whatever." He did tell him that much. The man started going off then. He started going off. Now, all this was going on. These fucking women, I'm gonna sit down. These fucking women, all of them, had got out of their morning meeting and everything. They seen him sitting up there with the bag and all. They seen me up there with him and everything. So they knew, right? They played dumb to this whole situation by the end. And I was like, I can't stand these skanky. He finally, after he caught the brother said, no, I can't come. He started raising hell again. They was even talking to the man. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? They seen his stuff and thought he was getting out too. So we all was thinking the same fucking thing. He the friend, he had left the friend a message when he missed them before. So the friend actually, in ironically, the friend actually called back, and I handed the phone to him. They talked or whatever, gets off the phone, hands it back to me. Right after that, immediately, the wife fucking calls. I answer the fucking phone. She's like, is he, I don't have him on the calendar to get out of here until it was the first, mind you. Like I told you before, he said his check coming on the oops. It I hope that wasn't messed up. It was the first, mind you. He said his check doesn't come until the third. He didn't want his wife to spend it, remember? So, and I looked at him and I said, she said you're not supposed to get out till the third. I'm confused as shit. And at this point, I'm only just doing my job. Man said he needs to use a phone. He's a resident there. He should be allowed to use the fucking phone if he wants to. It's not jail. Um, but yeah, I'm like, oh shit. She said he won't supposed to fucking get out until the third. So I'm like, immediately, I'm out of this. I'm like, okay, I told him so. He did call. I said he did call his friend. She was mad as hell. She was mad as hell. That's why I'm wondering, like, were they doing something? Because she was so mad. Like, she was dead pressed on him staying the fuck in there. And the friend comes to get her. The therapist, this little geeky, he moses his way on up there after the guy left. And he's like, oh, he left. And I'm like, yeah, but the wife, like, I don't want to be dishonest. So I'm like, immediately after the wife said what she said to me on the phone, I told him, but I said I have to go and I have to let them know just to double check or whatever. So I did go and tell them. And they said, well, if he wants to go, let him go. And I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, it was too much. I'm glad.